coach Bill Cower, who said, "Pressure is something you put on yourself." The number one song on this day in 2000 was Maria Maria by Santana, featuring the product G&B. Covey's classic, The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. And in that space is our freedom, our power to choose how we will respond. Have a fantastic day.